Hello there, welcome to Rebel Base, IGN's weekly Star Wars show. Rory, what's the most expensive bit of Lego you've ever bought?
The most expensive bit of Lego I ever bought was, I think it was an entire castle set with dragons and knights and much more miscellaneous.
So not Star Wars related. That doesn't sound Star Wars related.
No.
How much would you pay, right, for a Lego Millennium Falcon, right? Don't go on yet. Let me tell you. Guess how many pieces it's got? 5,197. That's how much. Guess how much it weighs? 11 kilograms. It is the second biggest set after the Taj Mahal.
I was gonna wait, you can buy the Taj Mahal in Lego?
Don't listen to that. We're talking about Star Wars Lego.
Well, okay, can I just Google the Taj Mahal really quick?
Absolutely not. It's 84 centimeters long, 56 centimeters wide, 21 centimeters tall. And the minifigs that fits in it, it's kind of to scale as well, which is one of the first ones. How much would you pay for all that?
My disposable income, I think, would allow me to pay upwards of £7.
£7.
But in this special instance, I would go maybe £120.
£120.
I'm not a wealthy man.
Okay, well, originally when it came out in 2007, the Ultimate Collector's Edition Millennium Falcon went for 340 quid.
Right off the bat.
Right off the bat, okay. 340
Can't
quid.
afford it already.
Can't afford it already.
I would not assume that it is depreciated in value.
It has not depreciated in value, Rory, because at the moment, it's on, at the time we recorded this, it was on 3,000, there was one edition of it, it was on £3,500 at auction. Do
you know how many were made? Was it like a very limited edition?
It's very limited edition, that's why it's called the Ultimate Collector's Edition. They reckon, when they first put this auction up, right, they were going to go from between 3,500 and $4,000. But there was 3 days left when we started recording this. So, I reckon it's going to go for way more than that.
Jeez. Yeah, because you get those people, the snipers at the end, they come in, at the last minute.
The snipers, the eBay snipers,
That's me.
That's you, is it?
I think I got this sweet hoodie.
That's you with your
$250 eBay?
£7 bids on things. But you know what, right? So since 2007, so it was 340 quid then. It's gone up 780% in value. That's 12% every year, right? Since 2000. That's how much Lego has gone up. Yeah. So every year since 2000, Lego has gone up 12%. If you invested in Lego, you would have in gold. Say you invested in gold.
Yeah.
I invested in Lego.
I'd call you a fool, Gavin.
You would have called me a fool in 2000. But if we'd invested the same amount of money, I would have made more money than you by 2016.
You'd be laughing all the way to the bank.
I'd be laughing all the way to the bank, and you'll just be sitting there crying with your gold.
Wiping away the tears in my bars. Well, it's quite funny actually you mentioned this because I had something that happened very similar last week, which was my brother.
What are you about to say?
This is actually very relative. Me and Dale were talking about the Force FX lightsabers.
Okay.
And he was saying how it's the exact same thing. They were initially released and now the price has just escalated.
Yeah.
To crazy amounts. My brother actually has one of the original Darth Vader Force FX lightsabers.
Oh, cool.
And it's in pretty decent condition.
Just got a bit of Rory blood on it.
It's a bit of Rory blood from just beating me mercilessly with it. Yeah. He's a Sith Lord. But I checked the other day and I think he bought it for maybe just over £100 and it's up to £1,000.
What?
Yeah, secondhand.
Amazing.
Unbelievable. So I'm like, hey, buddy, are you using that old lightsaber?
Need it for
that
a
old
Snapchat
glow
video.
Stick? Yeah.
need it for work, don't I? Yeah. But I think that's just awesome. Like, if we, the Lego versus gold thing, I think that's brilliant. And in fairness, the Ultimate Collector's Edition Millennium Falcon just looks incredible as well.
Yeah.
I really...
Although gold looks pretty incredible too, so...
Yeah, but would you rather have Millennium Falcon or gold in your house?
Maybe gold.
I don't know.
A bar of gold as a paperweight.
But you just look at a bar of gold with a Millennium Falcon. You can
play with it.
Open it. You can put. I told you this minifigs at scale.
Is this box been opened or is this like a mint condition?
I think it's mint condition.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, but there are a bunch of people on eBay who what they do, right? This is sneaky. And what I've realized this recently, because I was going to buy the Millennium Falcon, the Force Awakens one.
Yeah.
This is a different one as well. But basically what they do is they take out all the minifigs, sell them for 15 quid. So the Millennium Falcon I think costs about 140 quid. But you can buy one on eBay for 85 quid because people take out the minifigs and sell them for 15 quid each.
Oh, so you make more selling it individually.
Well, yeah, because some of them you can only get those minifigs in that particular set.
Brick L33 selling for £7. Please check my shop for the rest of the collection.
It's not quite that bad, but I was reading a thing actually about why it's really hard for these sets to get made because basically if you build quite a lot of Lego, you start seeing that lots of bits are repeated.
Yeah.
Like my favorite bit is in the Quickie Mart that me and Krupa built.
Yeah.
And the coffee pot is just a see-through Lego man's head. And the handle for the coffee pot is the same bit as like a dinosaur claw.
What?
But it, like when you put it on
Right,
the thing,
okay.
it actually looks like a little thing.
Yeah, it is one of the strange things because obviously the set as an entity is quite a rare thing. But essentially, when you break it down, it is just pieces of Lego. And then what's stopping someone from replicating that? Are there like unique pieces?
There are
that
unique
need to be,
pieces.
Oh, right.
This is the thing that costs the most in Lego terms. Is if you have to make a unique piece for something, it costs a lot to do that.
Yeah.
And I read something about a Zelda bit that they wanted to make basically, and to be able to make Link's hat would actually be one of the most expensive things because there's not other hats like it. They'd have to use like a Robin Hood hat or something like that. But if you actually wanted to make a hat and stuff like Zelda,
but in comparison to toy production where people just make a different toy every single time.
I don't know why it's different. I don't know why it's different in Lego.
What's the quote we've got for Link's hat? 25 grand.
It's like, can we make that
per hat? Per hat.
Can we bring that down a little bit? We are Lego. No.
No.
But I was looking at a list of like the 25 most expensive Lego sets recently, and a lot of them are Star Wars.
Yeah, because wasn't it the X-wing as well that was a popular.
There's a
one for
bunch. So the next one in the list of like in Star Wars terms of expensive ones, the Imperial Star Destroyer. That goes for $1,744.
Okay.
There's one that's gone for that recently.
Beyond
Death Star 2, $1,656. The Rebel Snow Speeder, $1,365.
Wow.
Rebel Blockade Runner, $1,199. And a Y-Wing Attack Starfighter, which went for $1,067. It's up there, man. Like, if there's a really cool video of someone absolutely demolishing an Imperial Star Destroyer in like, I think it's in like really, really slow motion.
I've seen this before. Yeah, that
it's
looks
so
fantastic.
good. But I mean, if I had loads of money, that's what I would do. I would invest in Lego and not in gold. But you're not having that, are you?
If I had the money, I would do it as well. But maybe it's like I'll become like the Wolf of Wall Street of Lego. I'll invest in the penny stocks of the Lego world. Hey, you want a dragon? Hey, you want a Quickie Mart? Oh, and I'm working my way up, and I've got a whole warehouse full of Star Destroyers.
Okay, well done, Rory. Okay, so this week as well, Carrie Fisher revealed the working title for episode 8 on Twitter. Do you know what it was called?
I don't know. No.
Space Bears.
Oh, I did see this actually. Yeah.
Now, working titles don't really mean anything.
No.
It's just kind of
like
something.
Project Dolphin.
Some people come up with ideas, so people come up with like working titles so people can't steal like ideas from this. So if you see a script lying around that says Space Bears, although to be fair, Star Wars Space Bears, I kind of would just look at that script. I'm not going to look at the script and go, oh, Space Bears, I'm not going to bother reading that in the bin.
If that was the actual title for the film,
like
that was the twist, what do you think it would be? Would it be like Ewoks or Wookiees?
Yeah, I don't know. Well, this is the thing. So I saw this title because we haven't got the official title of episode 8 yet.
Of course.
So I put out on our Twitter to ask what people think episode 8 should be called, right? Okay. And I want your immediate, straight off the bat, one-word reactions to these, right?
Yeah, okay. This is just like my therapy sessions.
Okay.
Do there pictures to go along?
Yeah, absolutely not pictures to go along.
Murder.
No.
Strangling.
Blood on a child's face. What? Okay, so one word, first reaction. Don't even think about it. First word that comes to your head.
Okay.
Please don't let it be dirty.
I'll try.
Okay.
Can't promise
Well,
that.
actually, I'm not editing this one, so make it as dirty as you want. Dale's
nice.
doing it. Okay, here we go. Joe Dale says, Star Wars, the Force hits snooze for 5 minutes.
Trash.
Okay. Johnny Neve says, Super Ted.
Funny.
Okay.
Super Ted.
Daniel Reason, Star Wars, Jar Jar Strikes Back.
Terrible.
Peter Singh, Pigs in Space.
Bacon.
Douglas Fleming, The First Order Strikes Back.
Tennis.
What?
I don't know why I said tennis for that one.
It's fine.
We're moving too fast. It's too late.
There's no wrong answers in this game, Rory. Okay? Yeah. But that was weird. But I actually think The First Order Strikes Back is actually pretty good.
Yeah. I think I was thinking of serves. Strikes.
I get it. Gavin Mullis, Rise of the First Order.
Ooh. Sun.
I actually like that.
Sunrise, yeah. And then the Empire. And
Dano Rubicon says, The Silence of the Ewoks.
Assassin. That sounds like someone's, cutting them down. Someone's like on a hunt to eliminate them from the galaxy.
Yeah. The Marquis de Geek says, Chewie Goes Ape.
Bananas.
Diego Aguirre, episode 8 should be Rise of the Fallen.
Transformers.
That's a Transformers thing, yeah. Tim Stone says, Rise of the Sith.
Good. That's all I can say for that one.
I like
that sounds
Sith.
really good, yeah. I think, because everyone was really excited when The Force Awakens hadn't been released yet. We didn't know the title for that. I really like the title, but it's definitely playing it safe.
Yeah.
You know, it was nothing too ambitious, too crazy. It's The Force Awakens. It's so simple.
But
do you think they're going to like take a risk with the new one, or is it going to be something like this, like Rise of the Sith, or something quite similar to previous installments?
I quite like The Force Awakens. I think it's, even though it's obviously got something recognizable like the Force, but it's so ambiguous. Like, what's awakening? Is it awakening someone? Is it awakening in the big planet? Like, what is happening, sort of thing? And I think The Force Awakens gave us such a long, like, months worth of speculation, because it's like, who is the Force awakening in? That first trailer is like, there's been an awakening. Have you felt it?
Totally.
Like, it gave us quite a lot of stuff. And I think, like, awakening is a big theme of the film. And I think that's why the title is so important, because if you look at all the different titles that's been in Star Wars, they give you pretty much the overarching sort of tone of the film and kind of what it's going to be about. So it's,
but keeping ambiguity as well. So it's not going to be like, the new Star Wars movie, Kylo Ren's change of heart. Was that pitched?
It's not going to be something like super obvious, I guess. But then I guess, like, The Empire Strikes Back, that's not that.
That's pretty on the nose.
A New Hope, that's a little bit more ambiguous. Return of the Jedi, you kind of know what's happening there.
Yeah, Phantom Menace.
Yeah. What is the Phantom Menace? See,
exactly.
It's like, it's a bit
of
more,
mystery is good.
I think a bit of mystery is good. When do you think we're going to see a title? I've got a theory.
Okay.
I think we're going to see it at Star Wars Celebration in July.
Oh, of course, which is here in London, I believe.
Here in London, yeah.
It's going to be very exciting.
Like, I have a fear, because I think, as much as I thought before that this Star Wars Celebration is going to be a lot about Rogue One, by that point, surely, if Rogue One's coming out in Christmas time, right?
Yeah.
And we've got Star Wars Celebration in July, by that point, we're going to want to know probably quite a lot about Rogue One. I think we're going to know quite a lot about it already.
Yeah.
But then maybe they're going to use Celebration to fill in a lot more gaps and get people a little bit more hyped about it. But I don't think you can base an entire Celebration just around Rogue One.
A spin-off movie, exactly.
Yeah.
And as you said, you'd like to hope by the time it got to the point, we would have a lot more information on Rogue One.
Yeah.
I'd be very surprised, judging on what they announced at the Star Wars Celebration last year.
Yeah.
I think we're definitely going to get some information about this film.
So much you just rammed your fist down on the
so
table.
So much that I just want to punch everyone. I think a title.
I think so. I think we'll get the same amount kind of like footage and stuff that was shown about Episode 7, which wasn't a lot, but they had that big panel where everyone came out and sort of seen. So I think the main panel might be Rogue One, but I think there's going to be a lot of really, really big stuff. But like,
do you think we'll see like anything, any screenshots, any footage, any little teasers
of Rogue One or Episode 8?
Of Episode 8.
Yeah,
because I mean, we already got. I mean, it really wasn't much. It was Rey handing with the lightsaber and them doing the little behind the scenes snippet.
Yeah.
From they started filming the new movie.
Yeah.
I think we'll get a little bit more. Whet our appetites?
It's got to be, because as I don't think that they can just sell a celebration. If you can't call it a celebration and just have it all about a spin-off movie, I think you're right there. But those are some really good names, I think. If you've got any, obviously, let us know, rebelbase@igen.com, and we'll either read them out or make fun of you behind your back. Probably read them out, though, because we're nice like that.
And then do the other one after we cut.
Do the other one after we cut, yeah. Do you ever been to Disneyland? Have you?
Yeah, I have.
Have you?
I have, but it was one of those times where I was so young that I don't really remember much of it. The magic was lost on me, unfortunately.
Oh,
yeah, that's why I'm such an uninspired, dull human being.
I've been to Disneyland Paris.
That's not the same.
It's absolutely not the same, no. Everything's in French. I didn't really understand what was going on.
Was it bon?
It was pretty bon, to be honest. Bon. Like, I just could not understand why.
Well, it was in French, probably.
I thought I was kind of just walking around going, is this Star Wars? Is this Star Wars? Where's Star Wars?
Yeah. Space Mountain.
I think I was confused when I was a kid, because I really, I didn't understand why everything was Star Tours, and I still kind of don't.
Yeah, it was a bit weird.
Yeah, Space Mountain is amazing.
It's awesome.
Yeah, but
very scary for a young child, but
Disney World and Disneyland in America is where it's at, and more so than ever, because this week Disney revealed that there's going to be a 14-acre expansion on Disneyland and Disney World in Florida. No Paris mentioned as yet. So construction has started, and it's going to be all Star Wars related.
Yeah.
So essentially what we're going to get is, I think I'm right in saying, a brand new planet, which we've never seen before.
Wow.
So that's pretty cool.
That is cool.
Because I guess, like, if you have bits from old planets, then you've got all this different. You can't have different planets because they've been destroyed. Certain people wouldn't be on different planets, I guess. I don't know. Maybe so.
You can have maybe like a path that branches out to Alderaan, but it's maybe out of order. Yeah. There you go, a little pun. And a weeping princess?
No,
okay.
absolutely not.
Went
So it was revealed in this like TV special, which is celebrating 60 years at Disneyland, right? And the parks, just the concept art, that was all we've seen at the moment. But it looks amazing. So we've seen like photos of these markets. We've seen places where people eat and like bars and cantinas, obviously. We've seen loads of people sort of performing. We've also seen like a cool spaceport and some like weird altar thing, which kind of looks like a bar as well.
I'm definitely so on board for this because you and me...
14 acres.
You and me
massive.
last year, we got the chance to go to the Star Wars Secret Cinema here in London, which I know it'll be a bit of a different experience here.
Yeah.
But even just being put in some part of the Star Wars universe
Absolutely,
with familiar characters,
Yeah.
and you really get into it, and it is just like this incredible sensation of being in this world. So if it's anything like that, and then rides on top of it as well, it would just be incredible.
But imagine like working in that as well. That'd be amazing.
That'd be awesome. I think I could do. If I was not working here, I think Disneyland would be a good place for me.
It'd be you'd be going to Disneyland. But imagine how hot it'd be in a stormtrooper uniform.
Yeah.
That's going to be like one big sweat.
What about Chewbacca? He's going to be, that would be horrible.
Yeah, that wouldn't be very nice. But there's going to be 2 rides.
Okay.
So one of them you're going to be in the Millennium Falcon cockpit, and the other one you're in the middle of a battle between the Resistance and the First Order.
These both seem like the kind of rides that would maybe utilize like 3D rather than actual roller coaster movements, especially like the Millennium Falcon one.
Yeah.
Like kind of strap in, maybe like moved around.
Yeah, well, those ones are quite good. Like in Universal
experiences.
Studios, that's pretty much what they are, isn't it? I don't think there's that many roller coasters I don't think there's any roller coasters in Universal Studios now. I can't remember.
I want to be strapped into an X-Wing.
Okay.
And go along like a roller coaster track.
Yeah.
But in like the trenches of the Death Star, that'd be cool. And then swerve. And then you go towards the end and you have to like push the button on your display unit at the right time to get the missile down to the Death Star. If you're accepting ideas, Disney, just one.
I mean, I don't think they are watching this show.
What would be your ideal Star Wars roller coaster or theme ride?
Roller coaster or theme ride? I don't know. I think something around Ewoks. Like the Ewok village. Like up in the trees, and you're sort of like swinging around and things like that. That'd be really good. But then also,
or on the speed bikes,
like
on
down
the speed,
below. Yeah, exactly. You could have all those Endor stuff.
Whizzing in out of the trees. Woo, that'd be really exciting.
That would be really good. But you know, like the weirdest thing about all this like announcement was not how cool everything sounds, because that's not weird. But they announced it. So on this TV special on ABC, and we can't show you any of the footage, unfortunately, because they haven't released it officially, but it looks really cool. So definitely Google it and check it out, because Han Solo is on there. And Han Solo is amazing. Like, Harrison Ford is amazing, sorry, not Han Solo. Both amazing. But in this, he sounds like really wooden. He's reading from an auto cue.
Yeah.
Which I have no idea. Like, obviously, there's a lot of information he's got to process. But he's doing it live and he's reading from an auto cue. But it sounds terrible. It sounds like it's the first time he's ever read. It is really, really bad. So I was watching it, and it's like, maybe the script is bad as well, but he's particularly bad. So there's a line where he says, "When I think about the potential of a movie, I think about the experience we all share."
Oh no.
What? It's a roller coaster. How are you making it sound rubbish? And he said, "Star Wars is, for lack of a better word, awesome."
Oh, I thought you were going to say a roller coaster. Like, that would be quite good.
He sounds like, you know, the people from the Neutral Planet in Futurama? Just like, "Tell my wife I said hello." Like, he sounds really boring in it. Why can't Harrison Ford read from an auto cue?
I have seen him do, this was before the release of the movie, and they were doing a lot of press stuff, you know, working with like some online companies for people to be able to win tickets to go to Star Wars. And he was surprising people online. And obviously that wasn't on auto cue, but he was great in that, and he was exciting. I think maybe it was just the fact that it was like live on auto cue. I have to read from an auto cue as part of my job, and sometimes it takes a couple times to get it right. And I don't have to do it live, so I have the benefit of being able to kind of drone through it and then maybe redo it.
So you're making excuses for him then?
I'm making excuses for him. It's a difficult thing sometimes.
Right, okay, man.
Big words are confusing. The pressure of the cameras, it all gets to you, and you crumble. But I know what you mean. Like Harrison Ford, he's been in the industry so long, you think that this would just be like another day.
It's just a really strange video, man. Like, check it out if you can. But while you're checking that out, well, actually, no, don't go away. Continue to watch this, unless you've got 2 monitors. I don't know. Let's have some force feedback. Kick us off, Rory.
Okay. This is from Michael.
All right.
Michael, he's given in brackets how I pronounce his second name, which is really nice because I have a problem pronouncing names.
Okay.
So his second name is pronounced Esquivel.
Cool.
Mike Esquivel.
Nice.
He says, Hey, Gavin, Rory. Want to let you know, watching your guys' show is what got me through the wait for Star Wars Force Awakens. I did have some feedback for you guys on Han Solo's tragic death in the film.
Okay.
So Mike believes, it is my belief that Han Solo was the one to ignite his son's lightsaber, stopping Kylo Ren from doing the deed himself. We never get a clear view of what happened, but he clearly grabs onto the lightsaber. Knowing Han, it is plausible that he knew his life would be in danger if he confronted Kylo/Ben, and he most likely knew what he meant by his emotional cry for help when he pulled out his saber. If this is indeed what happened, it is possible it will be revealed to us in a recollection by Kylo in the next film, just as Zan has suggested, might happen as he is a tortured soul dealing with the struggle between light and dark. This would mean he has not completely been engulfed by the dark side as originally thought, paving the way to his redemption and return to the light as his grandfather did.
I think that's an awesome idea. I think we've kind of talked about this before, but the idea when he says, I need your help. Mm-hmm. Like, some people have taken that to mean that he needs your help and actually killing him. And actually, Han Solo sacrifices his life because Kylo Ren is some kind of like double agent.
Yeah, I've never actually, only now am I realizing that you never actually did get a clear shot of the lightsaber. Like, that's really interesting that you can interpret it in a different way.
Yeah.
I found like the whole character of Kylo Ren, especially at this moment, so fascinating because the first time in the Star Wars universe that I had seen someone who was drawn to the light. It was a reverse, someone drawn to the light. I thought that was so cool the way it's been flipped around like that.
Yeah.
And definitely if this is actually what happened, then maybe we could see.
I think it's a really cool theory. I'm not
nice, Michael.
Entirely confused. Well done, Michael.
Thanks, Mike.
This is from Kwame Ngana, who's got a theory about the Grand Inquisitor from Rebels. Now, have you watched much Rebels?
No.
You should.
I've seen a couple episodes.
You'd absolutely love it. So Dave Filoni, the guy who's created Rebels and sort of is the showrunner for it, says in an interview that we'd all seen the Grand Inquisitor once before in the Clone Wars, but that we didn't know it was him. I say that he was a temple guard. It would explain why he's skilled with a double-bladed lightsaber and why he's seen old Jedi temple records. It would also make sense that the temple guards were loyal to the Emperor as they aren't seen at the temple in Revenge of the Sith when Order 66 is executed. That's a cool theory. I've seen a lot of stuff actually saying that a lot of people think that Supreme Leader Snoke is a temple guard as well.
Really?
Yeah.
What is the evidence to kind of back that up?
Well, it's because they're privy to a lot of information.
Okay.
They're privy to a lot of information about everything that's gone on. They weren't part of Order 66, so I don't know. It feels like it's kind of weak. But the way that they say, like, they're really, really skilled at fighting as well, which we haven't seen, obviously, Snoke do, but we have seen Grand Inquisitor, who is amazing at fighting. So I think it's a really cool theory.
Awesome.
We shall see.
You're going to love this one, Gav.
Okay.
This is from Richard Tedesco.
Okay.
Now, Richard says, just wondering on what you guys are thinking / feeling on the rumored Poe and Finn relationship. More than a bromance? Do you think this is political correctness and diversity gone mad?
No.
Do we really need to bring this kind of thing into a beloved franchise and
Shut
try
up.
and make a statement in something so dear to so many?
What?
I'm not against it or anything.
Sounds like you are.
I just think it's getting all a bit ridiculous now, and filmmakers are throwing these sorts of plots in to be different and not to enrich the story.
That's
what do
ridiculous.
you guys think? Wants to know, Rich.
I mean, he says there he's not against it, but to be fair, if you're looking at relationships that way, if you're looking at it thinking, like a relationship between two men would only be in something to make a statement, then you are a bit of an idiot, I think.
I do agree. I feel like sometimes with the way that kind of cinema is changing, when you have, more diversity and different sorts of relationships in films, it can feel like because they're in the film that you're not used to it and it feels like it's being shoehorned in. Okay. But I believe it's a healthy progression. Not that I do believe that this is happening in Star Wars, because the relationship between Finn and Poe is something that I actually found a little bit jarring in the new Star Wars. A lot of people were really excited because of their instantaneous friendship and just really kicked off. But I don't know. It made it a little bit less believable. I wish they'd had a bit more time to grow together.
Yeah,
it was kind of right off the bat be like, hey, who are you? Here's my jacket. Are we best friends? And then they see each other half an hour later and they're like, oh, it's that guy that I talked to for 5 minutes.
They have been through, but he thought he was dead though. So
yeah, but after knowing each other for a short amount of time,
I guess so. But
I do understand where people are coming from. But
I mean, to be honest, I'm not really sure Richie's point is. I don't think it's political correctness gone mad, and I think if you're the kind of person that think the reason that a relationship would exist in the film in the first place because it's being shoehorned in, they should probably take a look at your actual belief systems. Yeah, I think. I
don't think anything is being shoehorned into Star Wars.
I absolutely do not think that. No,
is refined to pinpoint.
And I would like to see Poe and Finn get together in a gay relationship because I think they would make a really good couple.
Yeah.
Really, really cute.
They can
and I've read some
bang lightsabers together.
Yeah, they could bang their lightsabers together.
That's how it works, right?
I've read quite a lot of fan fiction of Poe and Finn, and I have to say, it's pretty sexy. So if we can get as much as that in as possible, whether or not that's in the films, in the Lego series, maybe, I don't know. Let's just get those lightsabers banging together, bro.
Let's do it.
Okay. Jared Steinmetz. Hi, I'm Jared from Ohio, living in China. Hello.
Cool, nice one.
I'm a few weeks behind on Rebel Base, and I just watched the one where you discussed stressing out about dying before sequels. So this is a thing that we said, Krupa came up with this cool feature, which was you will not live to see the end of Star Wars. Because Star Wars is going to go on forever. So we might die before Star Wars is finished.
Yeah.
Imagine that.
That's quite sad.
It is quite sad.
Why would Krupp say that? That's all horrible.
Krupa's got some dark in him, man. He's got some darkness in him. Even though
little Sith.
Little gnome-faced dark boy. As a kid, I used to stress that I'd die before I was able to watch the end of the Pokemon television series.
Oh my god, I'm so with you there. So with you.
But as a kid, I pray that God will allow me to watch Pokemon in heaven. And as heaven is outside of time and space, I could technically watch all episodes before they were released on Earth.
This is like thoughts from my actual mind forming in an email.
So let me console you, Dan. If you die before seeing the proper end of Star Wars, fear not, as I believe God will certainly allow your fandom to continue in the afterlife, and he will enable you to bring the entire series upon your entry into the pearly gates.
Not only, but I also believe he will sit next to you on the couch and watch them
with you as well.
And he probably knows like amazing behind the scenes stuff that like people don't even know. He's like, oh yeah, did you know that was actually filmed on a XF300?
What?
Oh my god, really? What? Yeah.
What
and they had a really tough time that day.
That's all well and good if you end up in heaven. What happens if you go to HE double hockey sticks?
Oh, that's a cool name for it.
Yeah.
If you go to hell, maybe you'll be forced to watch your least favorite Star Wars movie on repeat.
Just one.
With Jar Jar Binks doing commentary. What is your least favorite, to be fair? Are you like... Can I narrow it down to two?
Go on.
Phantom Menace, Attack of the Clones?
Yeah.
Which one?
Attack of the Clones, probably.
Attack of the Clones?
Yeah.
See, I'm one of the people that I actually like Attack of the Clones more than Phantom Menace.
There's awesome bits in all of them.
There are. No, but I think there's more.
I haven't thought about it very recently. I need to rewatch them again. I've just watched them before Christmas.
Well, that's what's waiting for you in hell, buddy. As soon as you make your mind up.
Have you got one last bit of feedback?
I do. This is from no one. It just says Rebel Base.
Excellent.
Cool. Hey guys. Oh wait, there we go. Jeffrey May from Ohio.
You were reading the subject. You were reading the subject, not the from.
I was like, this is from.
I knew you were doing that.
count_Dooku12@gmail.com. Jeffrey says he loves the show and it really helped him.
I hope that wasn't
get
his
back
actual email address you've just read out on our show.
Yeah.
Is it?
No, of course not.
I won't put anything past you.
His real email address is James M. May, Ohio. No. It really helped him get back into Star Wars. He has a question about the prequels, though.
Excellent.
Everyone always talks about how Ewan McGregor was one of the saving graces of the prequels, and
we talked about it last week, yeah.
And Darth Maul was amazing, but I never hear any love for Count Dooku. He's by far my favorite villain in Star Wars. He was played by the amazing Sir Christopher Lee. Yeah. His scene with Yoda is really cool since Yoda was his master. I'm really happy that he was in Star Wars, the Clone Wars, because it brought more depth to his character. Yeah. Do you guys like him? Keep up the good work, Noman Fuzzball.
I actually really like him. There's some bits where he's kind of hammy. I'm not... When you rewatch that, when I first saw the fight scene with him and Yoda, it was brilliant. Yeah. But then when you rewatch it, it's really jarring because it's not very. It's like the CGI on it is pretty.
The physics
terrible
are a little off, and it's But
it's. I mean, I love seeing like those lightsaber fights in those films because I think that's what Jedi should be like. Mm-hmm. But I liked him. I think he's got a really good death scene as well. Yeah, I don't know. He is. I mean, as I just said, he's one of the good things in the prequels.
Yeah, I really like him a lot. As I said, and
it's Christopher Lee. He's not going to be rubbish.
Yeah. Well, Attack of the Clones is. I clearly don't hate it as much as everyone else did. And for me, Count Dooku was one of the first times I came across
pure evil,
a villain, a character in the story whose kind of backstory and motives are complex enough to make you really think about them as a person and their motives. Whereas like in the original ones, I know like Vader obviously has a lot of complexity, but it's kind of like at its core level, good and evil, and kind of flipping between both. But Count Dooku, you get a little bit confused, and it's like, well, I see why he did it. And it's like, was he doing this for like the right reasons, or was he doing the wrong things for the right reasons? Yeah. So I really liked him.
It's an astute observation, Rory. Well done. Thank you for coming on.
Always a pleasure.
Old Gnome Face can be here.
I know.
He was off. He texted us before he was out off playing some game, and he texted us bragging he was the only person who'd finished the demo out of all the UK press and European press, probably.
Yeah.
So that's the kind of guy he is.
He's a bragger.
He's a bragger. He's a WhatsApp bragger.
Old Gnome Face bragger.
Old Gnome Face bragger. But if you want to get in touch with the show, you can rebelbase@ign.com, and we shall see you next week for more Star Wars.